I have amazing news!
What, did we win the lottery?
Why would you think that? This is even better! Emma is getting married!
Oh, that's all? I would have preferred the lottery.
You're impossible. She just called me and she's so happy.
She could have told me herself.
When was the last time you even answered her calls?
I'm busy.
Busy doing what? You don't even have a job right now.
Looking for work takes time.
Don't change the subject. Our daughter is getting married. Can't you at least pretend to be happy?
Isn't she a bit young for marriage?
She's 26. That's older than I was when we got married.
Different times back then.
We were young when we got married too. When the right person proposes, you can't say no.
Yeah, well, look how that turned out.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, just saying maybe she should think it through more.
She has. They've been together for 3 years.
That's not that long.
It's plenty long enough to know if someone's right for you. They work together, they have similar values, and he treats her wonderfully.
What's this guy like, anyway?
His name is James. I've told you about him several times.
Have you?
Yes, he was at our house for dinner 3 months ago.
Oh, that guy.
Yes, that guy. The one who's going to be our son-in-law.
Whatever, what's he do again?
He's a software developer at the same company as Emma. That's how they met.
IT guy, huh? Probably some weird nerd?
He's very successful and respected at their company. Emma says he's being considered for a promotion to team lead.
Surprised anyone would want to marry her, to be honest. She's not exactly a looker. Wonder who she got those genes from.
I can't believe you're still doing this.
Doing what?
Making these horrible comments about Emma's appearance. She's your daughter.
Just being honest, none of our relatives look like that.
I thought you'd grown out of this cruel behavior. Guess I was wrong.
Not being cruel, just stating facts.
Your facts have hurt her since she was a child. Do you know she used to cry herself to sleep after your honest comments?
She needs to toughen up.
No, you need to be a better father. She's really popular and has lots of friends. Everyone at work loves her.
Yeah, well, at least she's got good social skills, if nothing else. Good thing she's getting married young. Would have been sad if she ended up an old maid with that face.
I just sent Emma pictures of some wedding venues. Want to see?
Not really.
Look anyway. This is important. The garden venue is my favorite. Can't you just picture her walking down that path?
Looks expensive.
The wedding's in 6 months. We need to start booking everything.
They already set a date?
They're working on the date and venue. They want it during the slow season at work, so probably in about 6 months.
Do they really need a wedding ceremony?
Of course they do. Every bride deserves her special day.
It's just so expensive. Why waste the money?
Emma wants a wedding ceremony.
But why?
Because it's every girl's dream. You only get to wear a wedding dress once.
You're still bitter about our courthouse wedding, aren't you?
This isn't about us. It's about Emma.
We turned out fine without all that fancy stuff.
Did we? Really?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Let's focus on Emma's wedding.
She shouldn't go too fancy with the dress, not like it'll look good on her anyway. Embarrassing.
Stop it! She's already nervous about dress shopping.
Why? She knows what she looks like.
Because of comments like yours. Do you know she's planning to wear her hair down to hide her face during the ceremony?
Smart thinking.
You're impossible. I'm taking her dress shopping next weekend.
Waste of money.
I'm paying for it, so you don't need to worry.
Using your inheritance again?
Yes, since you haven't contributed a penny to her life in years.
I bought her a birthday present last year.
A $20 gift card that expired 2 months before her birthday doesn't count.
It's the thought that counts.
What thought? You didn't even sign the card. If they want to have a ceremony, we should let them do what makes them happy.
I guess, but we'll have to meet the other family too, right? What a pain.
They're lovely people. I met them at the engagement dinner.
There was an engagement dinner?
Yes, 2 weeks ago. I told you about it multiple times.
Must have forgotten.
You didn't forget. You said you were too busy playing your new video game to come.
Oh, right. That was a really important raid night.
More important than meeting your future in-laws.
You were there, that's enough.
You're showing so little interest in your daughter, it's ridiculous.
I just don't know how to talk to her boyfriend, and what would I even say to his parents?
If you don't know what to say, just listen.
His parents probably think they're too good for us anyway.
Actually, they're very down to earth. His father is a high school teacher, and his mother runs a small bakery.
Oh, great, so they're poor, too.
They're doing fine, and they're wonderful people who adore Emma.
Must have low standards.
Unlike you, they see past appearances and appreciate what a kind, intelligent person Emma is.
He's not some weirdo, is he? You've met him, right?
We had dinner together once. He's such a wonderful person. I'm confident we can trust him with Emma.
Still can't believe someone wanted to marry her.
James loves her exactly as she is.
Must be desperate.
He had 3 other women interested in him at work. He chose Emma because she's smart, funny, and kind.
Sure it wasn't a pity proposal?
That's it. I'm done discussing this with you.
What? I'm just asking questions.
No, you're being deliberately cruel about our daughter's happiness.
Seems like you've got everything planned already anyway.
Emma hoped you'd want to be involved.
I'll show up on the day.
It's the bare minimum.
Better than nothing.
That's debatable.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means sometimes having no father is better than having one who constantly tears you down.
I provide for her.
How? Name one thing you've done for Emma in the past year.
I'm her father, that's enough.
No, it's not, and it never has been. Emma's trying on wedding dresses tomorrow. Last chance if you want to come.
Pass.
She asked for you specifically.
Tell her I'm busy.
Busy doing what?
Things.
things more important than your only daughter's wedding dress fitting?
You know I hate shopping.
This isn't about shopping. It's about being there for Emma.
You'll take pictures anyway.
That's not the point.
What is the point then?
The point is being present for important moments in your daughter's life.
She's an adult now. She doesn't need me there.
She shouldn't need you anymore, but somehow she still wants you there.
Well, that's her problem.
You know what? You're right. It is her problem. But after this wedding, it won't be anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're running out of chances to be a father.
I'm always gonna be her father.
Biology isn't enough, Tom, and one day she's going to stop trying.
Whatever, have fun at the dress thing.
I will, and I'll make sure Emma knows exactly why you're not there. The venue coordinator sent over the final proposal.
So this is the final venue they picked?
Pretty much, yes. The Crystal Gardens at the Grand Hotel.
Why such a fancy hotel? That's gonna cost a fortune.
The package actually includes catering and decorations.
How much?
Why do you care? You haven't offered to contribute.
I'm still allowed to ask, aren't I?
$15,000 for everything. That includes the ceremony and reception.
15,000?
It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. Let them splurge a little.
That's more than my car is worth.
Your car hasn't run in 3 months.
Not the point.
What is the point, then?
The point is it's wasteful. They could use that money for a down payment on a house.
They're already saving for a house. This is separate.
Can they even afford this? They better not ask us to help pay. If they do, say no.
They wouldn't ask that.
How do you know?
Because unlike some people, they're responsible with money.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
They've got money then?
They've both been really good about saving, despite being young. I'm relieved. They won't ask us for money, so don't worry.
You sure? Because if they come asking...
Emma isn't wasteful with money like you are.
How am I wasteful?
Seriously? Want me to make a list?
Sure, go ahead.
Fine. Last month's purchases. A new gaming console when your old one worked fine. 3 new games at $70 each. A drone you used twice and broke. A premium fishing rod when you haven't been fishing in 2 years.
The console was on sale.
You are totally wasteful.
Those are investments.
In what? Collecting dust?
I might need them someday.
Like that 3D printer you just had to have?
I printed some stuff.
A single plastic duck that came out deformed.
I haven't been spending that much lately. I'm actually pretty frugal these days.
Only because I froze your credit card.
That was uncalled for.
No, what's uncalled for is maxing out 3 credit cards on collectible items.
Those will be worth something someday.
Maybe lately, but compared to all the money you've wasted over the years, Emma's wedding costs are nothing.
I haven't wasted that much.
The mint condition comic books?
They'll appreciate in value.
They got water damaged because you left them in the garage.
That wasn't my fault.
The cryptocurrency investment?
The market will bounce back.
The home brewing equipment?
I made beer once.
Yes, you have. Plus, you don't even have a steady job. Your expenses are higher than your income.
Did you have to bring that up? I got laid off, remember? Not my fault.
It was 2 years ago, Tom.
The job market is tough.
Emma found a new job in 3 weeks when her old company downsized.
That's different. She's young.
But you never properly looked for work after that. If you'd actually tried job hunting then, you could have had a steady income now.
I've been looking.
Playing video games all day isn't looking for work.
I check job sites sometimes.
When? Between raid battles?
You make enough for both of us, so why should I kill myself working?
Because we're supposed to be partners.
We are partners. I handle the house stuff.
What house stuff?
I take out the trash sometimes.
If you're going to say I'm the breadwinner, you could at least help with housework. But you don't do anything.
I do plenty.
Name one thing you did this week.
I loaded the dishwasher.
That was Emma when she visited on Tuesday.
Well, I meant to do it. We're getting close to retirement age anyway. Our kid is independent, so why work so hard anymore?
That's exactly why we need to work harder now.
What? That makes no sense.
Retirement can be really long, you know. We need to save as much as we can while we can still work. Care facilities are expensive too.
We can just have Emma and her husband take care of us.
Absolutely not.
Why not? They'll have 2 incomes.
Stop relying on others.
It's a child's duty to take care of their aging parents. We're taking care of my parents, aren't we?
No, I'm taking care of your parents. There's a difference.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing at all. I send them money every month from my salary.
We're married. Your money is our money.
Funny how that only applies when you want something.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you never say our money when it's time to pay bills.
Bills are boring.
Your mom and dad are terrible with money, too. I'm just glad Emma didn't inherit those spending habits.
Don't bring my parents into this.
Why not? They're part of the problem.
What problem?
The money problem. They spend their pension on cruises and gambling, then ask us for loans they never repay.
They're enjoying their retirement.
They're burning through their savings and ours.
They deserve to have some fun.
And we deserve to have some savings.
You worry too much about money.
Someone has to. Between you and your parents, I'm supporting 3 adults who refuse to budget.
That's what family does.
No, this is what I do, and I'm getting tired of doing it.
You're just jealous because Emma's wedding is going to be fancier than ours was.
Don't you dare make this about our wedding.
Still bitter about the courthouse ceremony?
This is about Emma's future, not our past.
Same thing, you're living through her.
No, I'm supporting her choices. There's a difference.
If you say so.
I do say so, and I say Emma deserves this wedding.
Whatever. Just don't come crying to me when they ask for money.
The only one who ever cries about money is you, when your credit card gets declined.
If she'd taken after my family, at least she wouldn't have that face. Sure, she might have been a spender, but that's better than looking like she does.
We're less than a week from the wedding. Can you stop with the cruel comments?
Just making conversation.
No, you're being mean for no reason.
It's not mean if it's true.
Stop criticizing her looks. You've always done this, making fun of her appearance. Enough is enough. Your cruel words have hurt her since she was a child.
Not my fault she's sensitive.
She's not sensitive. You're just cruel.
She always laughs when I joke about her face.
Because she's trying to please you. Do you know what she told me yesterday?
What?
She's worried about walking down the aisle. Says everyone will be staring at her.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point.
She's terrified because of your comments.
She should be used to it by now.
She only laughs to keep from crying. She waits until she's alone in her room to cry.
Drama queen.
I found her wedding diary yesterday.
Her what?
She's been writing down her thoughts about the wedding.
So?
Want to know what she wrote about you?
Not really.
I wish Dad would just once tell me I'm beautiful. Just once. Even if he doesn't mean it.
That's pathetic.
No, what's pathetic is a father who can't say one kind word to his daughter.
What a weakling! Can't be crying over every little thing.
She wasn't teased at school. Other kids were kind to her.
Sure they were.
Yes, they were. The only person who ever mocked her appearance was you.
And look how successful she is now. My tough love worked.
Tough love? Is that what you call emotional abuse?
Don't be dramatic.
James's parents asked about you yesterday.
What about me?
They wanted to know if you'll be at the rehearsal dinner.
Do I have to be?
It's your daughter's wedding.
So?
They think it's strange they haven't met you yet.
Not my problem.
Anyone would cry if they were constantly mocked about their appearance.
I'm helping her develop thick skin.
She shouldn't need thick skin in her own home.
Come on, everyone can see she's not attractive. Even my parents say it. Our granddaughter's smart, but her looks. They think it's a miracle she's getting married.
Your parents say such horrible things too?
Just being honest.
When did they say this?
Last week when we were planning the Hawaii trip.
What Hawaii trip?
Nothing. Never mind.
Tom, what Hawaii trip?
Just something Mom and Dad were talking about.
During the wedding?
Around then, yeah.
You better not be planning what I think you're planning.
It's not a big deal. They were shocked when she was born, said she looked like a little troll.
I remember that day. I was still recovering from the C-section.
Mom was just surprised.
She made me cry. I had just given birth.
You were emotional from the hormones.
No, I was emotional because your mother called my newborn baby ugly.
She didn't mean it like that.
How else could she mean it?
She was just being honest.
She was being cruel, like mother like son.
Stop!
The wedding planner needs to know about your speech.
What speech?
The father of the bride speech.
I'm not giving a speech.
It's tradition.
Break tradition!
Emma was hoping you'd say something nice.
Like what?
Like how proud you are of her?
Why would I be proud?
Because she's successful, independent, about to be married?
Whatever.
Stop saying whatever! This is important!
Important to who?
To your daughter.
Hard to forget with that face.
Stop saying such awful things, and don't you dare mock any future grandchildren like this. I won't forgive you if you hurt them with your cruel words too.
Well, that depends on how they look.
I mean it, Tom. If you ever speak to my grandchildren the way you speak to Emma...
Your grandchildren?
Yes, my grandchildren, because you don't deserve to be called their grandfather.
That's not your decision.
No, but it will be Emma's. And after how you've treated her, do you really think she'll want you around her children?
She'll get over it.
No, she won't. And neither will I.
You're being dramatic again.
And you're being cruel again, like always.
Look, I'll show up to the wedding, isn't that enough?
Will you, though?
Of course!
Because I heard something interesting from your mother yesterday.
What?
Something about plane tickets.
She needs to learn to keep her mouth shut.
So it's true?
It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. You're planning to skip your daughter's wedding.
We got a good deal on the tickets.
I can't believe this.
Mom and Dad really wanted to go.
During the wedding?
The dates just happened to line up.
The dates didn't just happen to line up. You chose this.
It was the cheapest time to go.
Cheaper than being a father?
Don't start.
No, you don't start. This is your last chance, Tom.
Last chance for what?
To be a father. To show Emma you care.
She knows I care.
Does she? How?
I'm her father. That's enough.
No, it's not. It never was, and it never will be. Why aren't you answering your phone? Where are you? The ceremony is starting.
Phone died. Didn't notice. I'm in Hawaii with my parents. Won't make it to the wedding.
Hawaii? What are you talking about?
Like I said, we're in Hawaii.
Stop joking around. The ceremony starts in an hour.
Not joking. The weather here is great.
You cannot be serious.
Dad won travel vouchers in some raffle. Thought we'd make it a family trip. Gotta show the folks a good time, you know?
Those vouchers were for next month. Your mother showed them to me.
We got a better deal for this week.
Why are you on vacation? Today is your daughter's wedding. What are you thinking?
Not like I need to be there.
You're her father.
She has you.
That's not how this works.
Look, I tried to tell you about the trip.
When? When did you try?
Last week, you were busy with wedding stuff.
I wasn't too busy to hear I'm skipping our daughter's wedding for a vacation.
Well, now you know.
Of course you need to be there. You're the bride's father.
Someone needs to look after Mom and Dad.
They're grown adults.
They really wanted this trip.
More than their granddaughter's wedding?
They said the wedding would be depressing.
Depressing? How?
You know, because of how Emma looks.
I can't believe this.
Look, I never wanted to go anyway. All that formal stuff isn't my thing. You handle our ugly duckling's wedding. I'll bring you back a souvenir.
A souvenir? Are you insane?
They have great gift shops here.
I don't want any souvenirs. I want you to fulfill your duties as a father. Your parents are awful too. How could they skip their granddaughter's wedding?
Already told you why.
Because you're all terrible people?
Because we had this trip planned.
The wedding date was set 6 months ago.
The airline tickets were non-refundable.
When did you book them?
Last month.
So you deliberately booked tickets during the wedding.
The prices were better this week. They're not interested in their ugly granddaughter's wedding either. Don't blame them. These tickets were expensive.
More expensive than your relationship with your daughter?
She'll get over it.
No, she won't.
Sure she will. She always does.
Like mother, like son. Both heartless. Fine then. Don't bother coming back at all.
You're overreacting!
Am I? Emma is in tears.
Drama queen, just like her mother.
She waited until the last minute, hoping you'd show up.
Waste of time.
James's father is walking her down the aisle.
Good for him.
He's been more of a father to her in 3 years than you have in 26.
Whatever.
Why are you even responding? Don't you have a beach to lie on?
Why are you so mad? I've never been involved in her events before. This is nothing new.
Yes, you've always been indifferent to her, but this time, just this once, for her wedding, I thought you'd show up. What am I supposed to tell her?
Tell her whatever you want.
She asked me to check one last time if you were coming.
Now you can tell her I'm not.
How can you be so casual about this?
Just being honest. Just tell her I'm on vacation. Besides, Emma probably doesn't care. We were never that close anyway.
Never close because you pushed her away.
She never tried to be close to me.
She tried for years. Every Father's Day card, every school performance, every time she showed you her grades.
That's not the point. What will her in-laws think when the bride's father is a no-show? They'll think her family is dysfunctional and it might reflect badly on her. They already think we're weird anyway.
Because of you.
Because of her.
What?
Not like that ugly face of hers can sink any lower in anyone's estimation.
You know what? Emma just asked me something.
What now?
She asked if I thought you ever loved her.
Of course I love her. She's my kid.
That's what I used to tell her.
Used to?
I'm done lying to her about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm done making excuses for you.
I don't need excuses.
No, what you need is a reality check.
I'm on vacation. Can this wait?
Sure, enjoy your trip.
That's it?
That's it, for good.
What do you mean?
You'll find out when you get back.
You're being dramatic again.
No, I'm being final.
Whatever, the luau is starting.
Goodbye, Tom.
Hey, I'm back from Hawaii.
Welcome back.
Weather was amazing. You should have seen the beaches.
Glad you enjoyed yourself.
Brought lots of souvenirs.
Don't want them.
Come on, don't be like that.
I told you, I don't want anything from you.
Still mad about the wedding?
Still mad? It was 2 weeks ago.
Ancient history.
Besides, you don't have a home to come back to anymore.
What are you talking about? Come on, lighten up. I'm heading home now.
There is no home.
Stop being cryptic.
I told you, you don't have a home anymore. I've already moved everything out.
What do you mean, moved out?
Exactly what I said. Your things are gone. I'm gone.
Is this some kind of joke?
Does it sound like I'm joking?
Where's all my stuff?
I sold the condo. All your stuff is at your parents' place. I left it by their front door. It hasn't rained lately, so everything should be fine.
You what?
Sold the condo.
How could you sell our place without telling me?
That condo was bought with my inheritance. It was mine, not yours.
We've lived there for 15 years!
And you contributed nothing for 15 years.
I paid for groceries sometimes.
With my credit card.
You can't just do things while I'm gone.
Like skip a wedding and go to Hawaii?
That's different.
You're right. You abandoned your daughter. I'm abandoning you.
What am I supposed to do now?
Not my problem.
Of course it's your problem. We're married.
Not for long.
What's that supposed to mean?
Figure it out.
You can't just sell our home.
Watch me.
I'll fight this.
With what lawyer? What money? Live with your parents. You're close enough to vacation together.
Mom and Dad's place is tiny.
Should have thought about that before Hawaii.
You know how small their place is. 3 adults can't live there.
Not my problem anymore.
Where am I supposed to sleep?
The couch? Again, not my problem. Then maybe you should buy a place. Oh wait, you can't. No steady job, remember? Maybe if you'd worked in the last 2 years.
The job market is tough.
Emma found 3 jobs in the time you found excuses.
What about you? Where are you gonna live after getting rid of the condo?
I'm moving in with Emma and her husband. They're renting now, but we're planning to pool our money and build a house together.
What? When did you plan this?
During your vacation.
You can't live with them.
Watch me.
Let me live with you guys then.
Absolutely not.
I'm family!
No, you're not. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm divorcing you.
You're joking!
I never joke about things like this. Emma wants to cut ties with you too. She's still bitter about you skipping her wedding.
Even she's mad?
Even she's mad? You skipped her wedding!
I sent a card!
No, you didn't.
I meant to!
Like you meant to be a father?
I am her father!
Biology isn't everything.
This isn't fair!
And just so we're clear, becoming strangers means no more money for your parents either.
You can't do that!
Already did.
That's not good! My parents have been relying on that money for over 10 years! They can't survive without it!
Should have thought about that before Hawaii.
But they need that money!
I've been sending them money from my earnings, but after the divorce, that's not my responsibility anymore. If you want to support them, use your own money.
That's impossible! I barely feed myself on what I make!
Sounds like a you problem.
You're being cruel!
Funny hearing that from you.
Then find a better job!
You first.
At my age, no one's gonna hire me for anything good now!
Emma's company is hiring.
In IT? I don't know computers!
Then maybe you shouldn't have spent the last 2 years playing video games.
That's different!
That's why I told you to job hunt properly before. Not my problem anymore. Good luck.
Hey, don't just end the conversation!
Already did.
We need to talk about this.
No, we don't. We needed to talk about a lot of things over the years. You weren't interested.
You can't just decide everything on your own!
Like you decided to skip the wedding on your own.
That's not the same!
You're right. Your decision hurt our daughter.
Please, give me another chance!
What are you talking about? We're already divorced and, legally, strangers.
I barely got anything in the settlement!
Because there was nothing to get.
What about the condo money?
You signed it away, remember? Too busy planning your next gaming purchase to read the paperwork.
I thought you were bluffing!
That's your problem.
That's because you're always so dramatic!
And yet, here we are.
That's because our shared assets were almost gone, thanks to your spending and sending money to your parents!
My spending? Who maxed out 3 credit cards last year?
That was an investment!
In what? More gaming equipment?
Those were limited editions! It's not fair! You've got your inheritance, plus you're still earning! You'll keep building wealth while I'm struggling!
Life's not fair. You taught Emma that lesson early, remember?
Don't bring her into this!
Why not? You brought her down her whole life.
Too bad! Your inheritance wasn't shared property, and we settled this with lawyers. Don't complain now!
Lawyers you didn't even show up to meet with.
I was busy!
Playing games or planning vacations.
It's not fair!
Your parents have their pension. You won't starve.
They have debt! And Mom got sick after Hawaii. That's costing us even more!
Not my problem anymore.
Of course it's your problem! You've always helped with their medical bills!
Not anymore. I knew about the debt, but your mom is sick too? What's wrong with her?
She got a fever during the trip, but we couldn't go to the hospital because of the language barrier. We thought it would get better with rest since we were coming home soon, but she kept getting worse after we got back.
So the vacation you chose over your daughter's wedding made your mother sick?
Don't say it like that!
How should I say it? Maybe she caught something weird over there, in Hawaii.
But Hawaii is part of the U.S. The food and water should have been fine!
Maybe she caught something from someone. Airports are full of people from everywhere. Could have been any virus.
The doctors don't know what's wrong.
Have you tried taking her to the specialist I recommended last year?
We can't afford that.
Funny how money matters now.
What am I supposed to do? I need to work to pay bills. I can't take care of Mom, too.
Have your dad take care of her.
He can't do that. He left her alone today to go gambling.
Some things never change.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your father gambling away their pension while your mother needs care reminds me of someone.
Who?
You, playing games while Emma needed a father.
That's different!
Is it?
Wow.
Indeed.
I'm not asking to get back together, just help us out. Ask Emma, too.
You want me to ask the daughter you abandoned to help you?
She's still my daughter.
No way. Emma says she doesn't have a father anymore. You've been completely written off.
She can't do that.
She already did.
I'll apologize for missing the wedding.
Too little too late.
I mean it this time.
Like you meant it when you missed her graduation.
That was different.
Or her college acceptance celebration.
I was busy then.
Or her first job promotion party.
Those aren't as important as a wedding.
They were all important. You just never cared. This is the last time we'll be in contact.
You don't mean that.
I do.
What about Mom's medical bills?
Not my problem.
What about Dad's gambling debts?
Not my problem.
What about me?
Definitely not my problem.
I'm about to cry.
Don't cry over something like this. The real hardships are probably just beginning.
How can you be so cold?
I learned from the best.
Please, I need help.
Like Emma needed a father.
That's not fair!
Life's not fair. You taught us that, remember? Goodbye, Tom. Good luck with everything. My ex-mother-in-law continued to be in and out of the hospital. My ex-father-in-law gambled away their pension, and their situation got worse and worse. The burden fell entirely on my ex-husband. I heard he's working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. Recently, rumors reached me that his health is failing too from overwork. But even hearing these rumors doesn't move my heart at all. I don't have an ounce of love left for him. Currently, I'm living happily with my daughter and son-in-law, and we never bring up my ex-husband. He missed all our important family events, so he barely exists in our family memories. Soon, he'll be completely forgotten by us all. Amy told me you're really into designer brands.
Designer brands? Well, I do have some favorites I've used for years, but I'm not obsessed with just any luxury brand.
You seem to have great taste. I've noticed your bags when you visit.
Oh, you've been paying attention. Yes, I'm quite particular about quality.
That Italian brand you like, what pieces do you have from them?
A handbag, some handkerchiefs, and a wallet. Oh, and a key case, too.
Quite a collection.
I have their handbag and wallet, too.
That must have been expensive. Their prices keep going up.
When you appreciate quality, the price is worth it.
Oh, really?
I didn't know you liked them, too.
Oh, yes, I love them. They're trending again, which is great. I'm thinking about getting their new fall bag collection.
Can you even afford that? I thought Frank put you on a shopping ban because you bought too many designer items. He was furious about all the spending.
Yeah, that's true. My husband's such a cheapskate. He should let me shop once in a while.
Don't be too hard on him. Money doesn't grow on trees.
You seem to manage to buy what you want, though.
Well, I have my ways. Frank doesn't need to know everything.
Oh? What do you mean by that?
Sometimes it's better if husbands don't know all the details about shopping.
Is that how you got that new bag last month?
Frank's actually pretty kind. He even forgave you when you suddenly took off to Hawaii without telling anyone.
I've never been to Hawaii. What are you talking about?
Oh, I must have mixed you up with someone else.
Wow, that's pretty bold. Taking off to Hawaii without telling your family.
I'm just spontaneous like that.
Spontaneous trips must be nice. How do you manage it?
Life's too short to always play by the rules.
I see. So you just do whatever comes to mind?
You know what they say, strike while the iron's hot.
But wasn't that trip paid for with Frank's money?
I'm stimulating the economy by spending money. I'm contributing to the country.
That's an interesting way to look at spending your husband's money.
You're making it sound worse than it is.
You act more like a 20-something than a mother-in-law.
People often say I look young for my age too, not just my personality.
Must be nice to live so freely.
Life's too short for regrets.
I never want to lose my youthful spirit, no matter how old I get. I refuse to become one of those shutting grandmas.
Exactly. You understand me so well.
So many wives just stay home all day.
I see. Well, keeping a youthful mindset is important, so maybe that's not such a bad way to think.
Right?
I'm so happy to find out we like the same brand, Sarah.
My son barely tells me anything about you.
That's strange. I thought we were getting closer lately.
We should spend more time together.
He never brings you to visit, and whenever I stop by, you're usually out.
Oh, is that so?
I couldn't even tell you what you liked because my son never talks about you and I never see you.
That's just how men are, isn't it? They get embarrassed talking about their partners to family. They don't really share private stuff.
My brother's the same way. Never talks about his girlfriend to the family.
Sounds lonely.
It is. That's why we need to stick together.
Family should be closer.
I have a daughter too, but they're all so distant. All 3 kids seem close to their father, but none of them really bond with me. That's why I'm so happy we can be friends, Sarah.
I see.
Especially since you're my eldest son's wife. We should get along. After all, you'll be the one taking care of me when I'm old.
What?
As the eldest son's wife, that's your duty, right?
Oh, right.
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
It's just unexpected.
Exactly. So let's stay close. We should go shopping together sometime.
I'll think about it.
We could share shopping secrets.
Like the Hawaii trip kind of secrets?
Oh, you're such a tease. But yes, exactly like that.
Tom just texted me. Why are you at our house? What's this about moving in?
I'm living here from today. I already brought my stuff.
You can't just show up like this. We weren't even home.
The neighbor let me in. I told her I was Tom's mother.
That's completely inappropriate.
Family doesn't need permission to visit.
What? Where's Frank? Did you get divorced?
I got kicked out.
What do you mean kicked out?
Frank changed the locks. Can you believe it?
Kicked out? Why so suddenly?
Right? How could he kick out his wife after all these years? Isn't he terrible?
There must be a reason.
He's being unreasonable.
What was the reason for the divorce?
Simply put, Frank found out I had a man on the side.
You were having an affair?
Don't say it like that. It sounds so ugly.
What would you call it then?
What's the big deal? We're both old, there's no intimacy anymore, so why can't I have someone else?
That's not really the point.
Frank's just being dramatic.
Cheating is pretty serious.
Anyway, I got kicked out. I have nowhere else to go, so I'm living here.
Just because you got kicked out doesn't mean...
How dare you try to refuse? The eldest son has a duty to take care of his parents.
That's not how this works.
It's exactly how this works.
Please calm down. There must be other options.
Your youngest brother-in-law moved abroad, and the middle one is already settled. You're the only option I have.
Have you actually asked your other children?
They won't even answer my calls.
Why don't you live alone? You're still perfectly capable.
Talk to Frank.
No way. I don't even want to see his face.
Then you'll have to take me in.
We really can't take you in.
Can't? Well, if you abandon me, I'll stand outside your door and scream. I'll tell everyone what horrible people you are.
That's a threat.
It's a promise.
That's disturbing the peace. This is an apartment building.
If you don't want to be embarrassed, do as I say. I've decided to live here and clear out a room for me.
You can't just demand things like this.
I'm not demanding. I'm telling you how it's going to be.
We don't have any extra rooms.
The kids' room will do. I'll put up with it even though it's small.
You want to take away the kids' room?
Kids don't need their own room. They can have one when they're studying for college. Having their own room at this age is spoiled.
These are your grandchildren you're talking about.
They'll survive. I need the space more.
But where would we put all their things? We don't have space anywhere else.
Just call some movers to take it away. Oh, and after I move in, I'll need living expenses. About $1,000 a month.
You expect us to pay you?
I need spending money.
Shouldn't you be paying rent and utilities and your own food costs?
Why aren't you already paying for your kids?
Your kids should come before your mother-in-law.
I have less time left than them.
You're talking about displacing your own grandchildren.
They're young. They'll adjust.
Fine, I'll prepare the room.
Now you're being sensible.
When do you need it by?
Good. I'm going on another trip tomorrow, so have it ready by the time I get back.
Another trip? Now?
Just a short one. 3 days.
While we prepare your room?
Yes, it's already booked. Can't waste money canceling.
Right. We'll handle everything while you're gone.
Perfect. You're such a good daughter-in-law.
When exactly will you be back?
Tuesday evening. Have everything ready by then.
Of course. We'll take care of everything.
I knew you'd understand eventually. I'm back from my trip. Where is everyone? Why is all the furniture gone?
Welcome back. How was your trip?
Something's wrong. The apartment is empty.
Oh, is there a problem?
Never mind that. What happened to all our stuff? Everything's gone.
We moved everything out while you were traveling. You said you wanted a room ready by the time you got back.
Where are the kids' things?
Moved to our new place. We prepared this space as requested.
Wait a minute. You guys moved out? I just wanted a room, not the whole place.
You wanted space? Now you have plenty.
This isn't what I meant.
It was physically impossible to make space while we were still here.
Where am I supposed to sleep?
The whole apartment is available now.
What about the rent? How am I supposed to handle that?
You'll need to pay it yourself. The lease is in Tom's name until mid-month, but we've already started the process to end the contract. You'll need to make your own rental agreement after that.
You can't do this to me.
Actually, we can. By the way, it's a 2-bedroom apartment for $2,200.
I can't afford that. You know I can't.
That sounds like a personal problem.
How could you do this to family?
You're the one who demanded we make space.
I meant one room.
You should have specified.
Well then, I guess you'll have to give me your new address.
That won't be happening.
What about my son? What does he say about this?
What do you think he says?
He wouldn't abandon his mother.
Would you like to know what he actually said?
Yes, tell me.
What are you expecting? Tom won't help you. He actually said this is the perfect opportunity to cut ties with you, and I completely agree.
He wouldn't say that.
He's been waiting years for this chance.
You're lying.
Ask him yourself.
He's not answering my calls.
I wonder why.
You ungrateful children.
Did you really not notice that all your children hate you?
What?
You really had no idea?
They don't hate me. They can't.
I heard your free-spirited personality has been causing chaos in the family. Your youngest son moved abroad just to get away from you.
He moved for work.
Is that what he told you? And your daughter deliberately chose to live with her in-laws because she absolutely refused to live with you.
She's just being practical.
Keep telling yourself that. Frank has apparently been wanting to divorce you for a while. This affair was just the final straw.
That's not true.
Everyone talks about you, you know.
So everyone was planning to abandon me from the start?
You abandoned them first.
I was a good mother.
Honestly, I'm surprised you weren't divorced sooner. From what I hear, you disappear for days without warning, rack up debt, and cause all sorts of problems.
I needed space sometimes.
What about your children's needs? Frank always cleaned up your messes, and your children watched it all happen. No wonder they grew to resent their mother.
You don't understand anything.
I understand plenty.
Money. Fine, I get what you're all thinking. At least give me some money then.
Absolutely not. What are you even saying?
I need something to start over with.
That's not our problem.
Just enough to get started with a new place.
I have no money left. I'll end up homeless at this rate. You were just on vacation.
That was different.
How was it different?
I didn't pay a cent for this trip. He paid for everything.
Really? How generous. You think I believe that? Friends don't just pay for entire vacations. Was it a man?
Well...
Please tell me it wasn't your affair partner. That would be incredibly stupid. You got divorced because of an affair, and then you still went on vacation with him?
You don't understand our relationship.
Oh, I think I understand perfectly.
What else could I do? We booked it 3 months ago. It would have been a waste to cancel.
While your family was falling apart?
The trip was already paid for.
You're incredibly carefree about this whole situation. Frank found out who your affair partner is, by the way.
What? He investigated me?
Of course he did.
He had no right.
He needed to know for the lawsuit. You got sued for damages, didn't you?
Yes, that's why I'm broke now.
How much was it?
More than I could afford.
The other wife sued too, didn't she?
How do you know about that?
Word gets around.
This isn't fair.
You brought this on yourself. Why would anyone help you?
Because I'm family.
Family doesn't do what you did.
So you really don't care what happens to me? How cold.
Actions have consequences.
I never thought my own family would abandon me.
This is about personal responsibility. The audacity to ask for help after having an affair is astounding.
It's not like you were the one I cheated on. I haven't done anything to hurt you directly.
You hurt Tom.
That's between me and my son.
Showing up uninvited was pretty inconvenient.
That's what eldest son's homes are for. Stop arguing and give me your new address.
No.
I need to know where my son lives.
Obviously not. You just show up there too.
I promise I won't this time.
Like all your other promises.
But I'm really in trouble here.
That's not our problem.
I at least want to know where you live.
We can't trust anything you say.
I've learned my lesson.
Have you really? Why don't you go stay with your affair partner? He's probably the only person on your side right now.
He won't answer my calls either.
Imagine that.
Please, I need help.
What now? Stop calling so early in the morning.
This is awful.
It's 5 a.m.
I need someone to talk to. I can't take living in internet cafes anymore. I can't sleep properly, and some creepy guy harassed me last night. I just want a safe place to live.
You're living in internet cafes?
What choice do I have? I can't afford an apartment.
There are homeless shelters.
I can't live in a shelter.
Why not stay with your affair partner? Just move in with him.
He's not an option. He's married, has a family.
Of course he does. Wait, it was a double affair? You're both terrible people.
I didn't know at first.
When did you find out?
After a few months.
And you continued anyway?
When Frank sued for damages, his family found out too. He threw me under the bus to save himself. He has no intention of helping me.
So you were just a fling to him?
You don't know anything about our relationship.
I know enough.
Shut up! You don't need to spell it out. I already know.
I apologize.
You don't sound sorry.
You must know better than anyone that you meant nothing to your affair partner.
You've got quite a mouth on you. Remember your place. You're just a daughter-in-law.
A daughter-in-law who still has a home and family.
How dare you?
Just stating facts. I've been jerked around by a toxic mother-in-law. I feel sorry for Tom.
Toxic? You mean me?
Who else would I mean?
I've only ever tried to be a good mother.
Let me tell you something. Before we got married, Tom told me something. He said his mother was toxic and would probably cause me trouble after marriage. He said if I didn't want to deal with his mother, I didn't have to marry him. He was prepared to stay single forever.
He said that about his own mother?
He warned me about you.
He had no right.
He was protecting me.
What a failure as a mother, making your child say such things. That brat, saying such things behind my back.
See, this is exactly why he warned me.
I gave him everything.
You gave him trauma.
How dare you?
I hate anyone who causes Tom pain. Don't ever come near my husband again.
You turned my son against me.
He made his own choices.
Well, I hate you too.
That's fine. We don't need your approval.
I want to talk to Tom directly.
He's blocked your number.
Tell him to unblock me.
No one's going to help you. Your daughter's house is full with her in-laws, and you don't have the money or courage to follow your youngest son abroad.
You don't know anything about my children.
I know they're all happier without you.
So everyone really is abandoning me. How can you all be so cold?
You abandoned them first.
I was always there.
Shopping, taking trips, having affairs? Forgot the debt of giving birth to them? The trouble you caused outweighs any debt, and you're barking up the wrong tree. Instead of begging your children, shouldn't you be apologizing to Frank? Go apologize to him properly.
He won't even see me. He'll just kick me out again. He threw me out without even listening to me.
Did you ever actually try to apologize?
Of course I did.
You should have apologized sincerely first. Frank told me he never received a single word of apology from you. That's what made everyone's hatred of you even worse.
He's lying.
Are you sure about that?
I tried to explain.
Explaining isn't apologizing.
You all just want to make me the villain. You probably hope I end up dead in a ditch somewhere.
Now you're being dramatic.
Nobody cares if I live or die.
We don't want you dead. We just don't care what happens to you anymore.
Is that how you treat family? Ignoring someone's suffering is pretty twisted.
That's rich coming from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Rich coming from someone who abandoned their family to do whatever they wanted for years. Pretty entitled to only ask for help when you're in trouble.
I made mistakes, but I'm still their mother.
Being a mother is more than just giving birth.
You'll understand when you're older.
I already understand perfectly. Later, Tom's mom, realizing she had no choice, tried to return to Frank and begged for forgiveness, but his anger hadn't subsided and she was turned away. Having lost everything, she started working at a dive bar, but quickly got fired for causing problems. At that point, she had only a few dollars to her name. No one knows what happened to her after that. Mentioning her has become taboo in the family. Frank sold the family home and moved into a small downtown apartment. Perhaps he wanted to start fresh. We visit often so he can see his grandchildren. Now that the burden is gone, we hope he can enjoy a peaceful life.
Hey, Sarah, where have you been? It's been a while. Haven't seen you in class lately. Is everything okay? Professor Richard asked about you in today's class, and several of us were wondering if you dropped out or something. You missed the still life workshop last week, and the figure drawing session the week before. The professor seemed quite concerned as well.
Hi, Karen. I've just been out of town for about 2 months.
Really? That long? Why? What happened? Did you and your husband have a fight or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's just unusual to be away from home for so long. Your pieces from last month's assignment are still in the studio, and they're collecting dust.
I was away for work, that is all. My marriage is fine.
Oh, are you picking up some extra work or something? Is your husband's company doing that badly? I only ask because I know how hard it can be for small business owners. My husband manages several companies, so I understand the struggles. Must be difficult having to take on extra work, especially at our age. My friend's wife had to start working part-time too when their business struggled.
No, that's not it at all.
You don't have to be embarrassed about it. We all go through rough patches. My friend's husband had to close his company last year. It happens. I get it. I can introduce you to some potential investors if you need. My husband knows many successful businessmen. They're always looking for promising small businesses to mentor.
That's thoughtful, but work has been quite productive, actually.
Well, whatever's going on in your household isn't really my business. Though you could have at least let someone know you'd be missing so many classes. Is it true your work is going to be in Professor Richard's exhibition, despite missing so many classes?
Yes, he asked me to contribute some pieces.
Seems like pretty special treatment for someone who hasn't even been attending class that much. Several of us have been here for years. I've never been asked to contribute to any exhibitions. Neither has Mrs. Park, and she's won several local competitions. Or Mrs. Lee, who studied art in Paris.
I've known the professor for a long time. I'm helping with the exhibition, so I assume that's why he asked.
Even so, you've only been in the class for a year. You should really know your place. The rest of us have been supporting the professor's exhibitions for years. We've built this community together.
My place? What do you mean by that?
You're acting way too familiar for a newcomer. The art world has certain protocols and certain ways of doing things. You can't just walk in and expect special treatment. Sarah, you there? Your silence speaks volumes. This is exactly what I mean about proper etiquette.
I see your point of view, but I disagree.
Let me do you a favor and tell you. Other students are starting to talk. Some are saying you must be bribing Professor Richards. You know how artists sometimes have wealthy patrons. People are saying that's why you're getting special treatment. Though, given your husband's business situation, I doubt that's the case. Unless there's something else going on. The whispers are getting quite specific. Mrs. Park mentioned seeing you and the professor having coffee together multiple times at that expensive cafe near the gallery. Quite suspicious for someone who needs to work extra jobs, don't you think?
Is that so? I prefer everyone to not spread rumors about me, and it is unfortunate everyone is assuming something and making up rumors about the professor as well.
Right? We have to protect his reputation. My husband sits on several boards. News like this could damage the professor's career. You wouldn't want that, would you? He's worked so hard to build his reputation in the art community. All it takes is one scandal. One inappropriate relationship with a student. I'm not worried, though. As far as I know, the professor's reputation isn't at risk. It doesn't matter what you think. It's about what people think. So maybe you should stop getting so close to Professor Richards. It's really for your own good, too. Some of the other students are quite influential. Mrs. Park's husband owns 3 galleries. Mrs. Lee's cousin is an art critic for the national newspaper. And you never participate in our group chat even though we were nice enough to add you. We share so many opportunities there. Exhibition openings, private viewings, collector meetings. I've defended you several times, you know, when others questioned your background, your qualifications. Can't you be a little more considerate of others? I always respond about whether I can attend tea parties and gatherings. It's not like I ignore all the messages. Yeah, always saying you can't come. That's part of the problem. Do you know how many strings I pulled to get you added to our circle? Mrs. Park was completely against it at first. She said you didn't fit our image. But I convinced her to give you a chance. Most of us are from very particular social backgrounds. Private school educations, country club memberships, and summer homes in exclusive locations. We're all making an effort to include you, but you never show up. I'm sorry. I've been quite busy. I didn't mean to be rude, but I just don't have time for anything these days. I will attend the art class when I have time, and I will make sure to let the professor know. We're all busy too. Everyone else manages to find time to get together. My friend Mrs. Park runs 3 charity organizations, and Mrs. Lee manages her husband's international business contacts. They both still make time for our gatherings. Last week's tea party at the Ritz was essential networking. The museum curator was there, and the gallery owners were asking about you. Do you know how embarrassing it was to make excuses for you? You need to learn to be more of a team player. This isn't just about art anymore. It's about connections and social standing for our husband's business, too. Karen, I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave the group chat. I apologize for the inconvenience for you all. Excuse me? After everything we've done for you? This is exactly what I mean about being inconsiderate. Do you know how long it took me to convince Mrs. Park to add you? The favors I had to call? The promises I had to make about your potential? I'm sorry you feel that way, but I only attend the art class when I have time. I'm not looking to socialize with others as I don't have time right now. I apologize. I appreciate you trying to include me, but I prefer to do things at my own pace. Oh my gosh! You are so rude! Do you have any idea who some of these women are? Not everyone can get into our group even if they want to. We've rejected dozens of applications. Even the mayor's wife had to wait 6 months. We only invited you because you said your husband was a business owner. Mrs. Lee's husband runs a trading company worth millions. Her summer house alone is worth more than what your husband probably makes in a year. You're completely wasting our kindness. I'm telling everyone about this. Okay, that's fine by me. Every conversation with you just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You clearly don't understand how networking works. This could have been your chance to make something of yourself. to help your husband's little company grow. I wish I'd never reached out to you. Your husband's company can't be anything special anyway. You've never even told us the name, but it's probably some small-time operation. No wonder you're always busy with work.
Again, thank you for trying to include me with your gatherings. You can think whatever you want about me, but I need to go. I have work to take care of.
Sarah, what's going on here? You left our chat without saying anything. Mrs. Park is very upset and she's asking if something happened. Mrs. Lee is concerned too, and everyone's messaging me about it.
Why are you asking me that now? I told you I was leaving when we last messaged.
But you didn't even say goodbye to the others. Do you know how this makes me look? I vouched for you. Everyone thinks I made a mistake now. My judgment is being questioned by everyone.
What do you mean?
I saw your daughter at the exhibition walking with my son. They looked very close. Answer me. I know you're reading these messages. My son doesn't usually associate with people outside our circle.
Oh, I didn't know she knew your son.
You really didn't know?
Yeah, I didn't know either. I don't keep track of all my daughter's relationships.
But this is different. My son has a very specific social circle, a very specific future planned out. How long has this been going on?
Why don't you ask your son?
Did you plan this? Is this why you joined the art class?
Plan what?
Getting close to our art group. Was this all to get to my son? Did you encourage your daughter? Push her to pursue him? Tell her to target him? You know what? Tell her to stay away from my son starting today. I mean it, Sarah.
Why would I do that?
Because your family isn't on our level. My son is preparing to take over a major company. He has responsibilities and expectations to meet, a reputation to maintain. We have standards to maintain. Family standards, social standards, corporate standards. Even if they're just friends, I don't like it. Just hearing about your daughter gives me the creeps. Using my son like this, taking advantage of his kind nature.
I understand you don't think highly of me, but ruining the kid's relationship isn't right. And everything you just told me is not true. I didn't plan anything, and I never would. I have nothing to do with their relationship.
I'm looking out for my son. We've invested too much in his future. Years of private education, the best schools, the right connections, the perfect career path. Your daughter probably has your antisocial personality. She is probably always too busy for social events. Probably thinking she's too good for everyone, just like her mother.
My daughter is very kind and sincere. Don't talk about my daughter like that.
All parents say that about their kids, but others see things differently. My friends have already noticed them together, at charity events, at social gatherings, even at business functions. Do you know how embarrassing this is? The whispers have already started. People are questioning his judgment. My judgment. Our family's reputation. I'm telling my son to cut ties with you all, so you better tell your daughter the same. This ends today. No exception and no discussion. Even if they apologize, I won't forgive this.
It is unfortunate that is how you see everything. I am sorry, but I can't promise that. That is not how I treat my daughter.
What did you say? Who do you think you are? You don't get to make decisions about this. This isn't your world. You don't understand what's at stake. My son's entire future. Our family legacy.
As I said before, I want to respect your son's and my daughter's opinions. They're both in their mid-20s. They're adults. I'm not going to interfere with their relationship. I trust my daughter. I think you should trust your son, too. They are not kids anymore, and they know what they are doing. We should trust them.
Your trust doesn't matter. I'm the one who doesn't like it. My opinion is what counts here. Do you know how many suitable candidates I had lined up? Daughters of CEOs, heiresses of major corporations, girls from the right families, the right backgrounds. Besides, my son is taking over my husband's company. He needs someone who understands our world, someone from our social circle. Your fake entrepreneur family has no business getting involved with us. You're not even in the same league. Answer me. Don't ignore me. Hello? You have no right to be silent.
I'm sorry I can't answer your text right away. I am not ignoring you, but I told you I have been busy with work, so please don't talk to me like that. Okay, so what do you mean by fake entrepreneur?
You said your husband was a business owner, but you still have to work. A real entrepreneur's wife would be a stay-at-home mom, living in luxury, attending social functions, managing charity organizations. You're still working at your age? That just proves it must be some third-rate company. You must be so poor that even the wife has to work. Probably some small warehouse operation, or a convenience store chain.
Even if that were true, it has nothing to do with the kids. Our business has nothing to do with their relationship. And my daughter is perfect in every way, and your son is lucky to have her. Please don't talk about my daughter like that.
Oh no, it has everything to do with us. You really make my blood boil. Even if you're okay with it, I'll never accept this. You people are probably just after our money, our connections, and our social status. I bet you encouraged your daughter to pursue my son. Taught her how to get close to him and get his attention or something. I don't know what you did, but he is too good for your family. My son would never choose someone like her on his own. He knows better. We raised him better. So how long have you known about their relationship? What do you know about it?
I only found out about a week ago. I didn't know anything about their relationship before that. Your son brought my daughter as his fiancé. I was completely shocked. He seems like a decent kid. It is exciting how they are planning their future together.
Wait, what? Fiancé? What do you mean, fiancé? Are you saying they are engaged?
Yes, he came to introduce himself to us a week ago, but I didn't know before that. I knew she had a boyfriend and things were going well and all, but never knew who he was until last week.
Then you should have contacted me immediately. Why did you let me find out like this? How could you keep this from me? You should have told me right away. Oh, this is not happening. I can't believe he proposed to her. I can't believe they are engaged. Why didn't he tell me? Why didn't I know about this? How long have you known about them, and why didn't you stop them? You must have known who he was.
Why would I stop them? And no, I didn't know who he was. They love each other, so why oppose it? They seem very happy together.
Oh, stop messing around! You think they love each other? Love? Love? No, no, no. This is not supposed to happen to us. This isn't some romance novel. This is real life. My son marrying the daughter of some subcontractor CEO? It's absurd. I won't accept that. This is ridiculous. Completely unacceptable. Do you know what this will do to our reputation? The board members are already talking about them. Our shareholders will lose confidence in us. I won't accept a poor family like yours. You're probably excited about this, aren't you? You are probably thinking you hit the jackpot, planning your daughter's golden future, dreaming about our company assets.
Oh my. What are you talking about? Where is this nonsense coming from? Your company is the subcontractor here.
What are you talking about? I know your husband is our subcontractor. I've been investigating, following leads, gathering evidence. I saw him entering our subsidiary wearing work clothes. I have photos to prove. I did my research for multiple days to make sure who he was.
So that strange car following my husband these past few days was you?
That's not important right now. I saw it. I saw everyone bowing to him. That must be your husband's company, in the industrial district, the small office building. No one important dresses like that. No real CEO would look so ordinary.
That was probably because of the inspection.
Even if he was visiting our company, why would he go to a subcontractor? The CEO of a major corporation isn't that free. He'd send subordinates like assistants or middle managers. You really don't know anything, do you? Stop pretending to be naive. I know you guys are all pretending to be successful.
Looks like you've got this completely wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm stating facts. I've seen the company records, the business registry, the corporate filings. I know exactly where your husband's company stands. At the bottom of our supply chain. Anyway, I won't let my son marry your daughter. I'm calling him right now. This ends today. Right now.
Karen, you need to calm down. Maybe talk to your son with your husband, but your son already said he'll marry her even if you oppose it. They are in love and he seemed to know what he's doing so far in his life. The thing is, he knows how you act around others, and I think he is embarrassed about that. I am assuming that is why he hasn't talked with you about his proposal. And, as I said prior to this, we are not your subcontractor. I prefer not to bring up our business in between personal matters, so I will not explain to you what we do exactly, but your behavior toward us is concerning.
Don't talk to me like you know my son. If he doesn't listen to me, he won't inherit the company, so he knows what's at stake. Everything we've built, our family's position, generations of work for what? People like you? You think my son would make such a stupid choice to leave the company? No, he was raised better than that. All his life, he was raised to take the company in the future. All the great schools he attended and the connections he made, he knows what's best. I will not approve of their marriage, period. He deserves someone from a better background and family. He is way too good for your family.
Fine, I see. If this is how you are going to act, I have nothing more to say to you. But don't forget how you treated my daughter and me today. I will not accept the way you talk to me or about my daughter. You are so unbelievable to even think it is okay to act like that. Every word, every insult, every assumption. I will not forget that.
Like I could forget. This is literally the worst day of my life. Everything we've worked for. Don't you see that? All our plans are now ruined. Tell your daughter never to step foot in our house again. I mean it. She's not welcome here. Not in our home. Not in our social circle. I don't want anything to do with her, and she needs to back off.
Okay then. I'll pass along the message. I wouldn't want to entrust my daughter to your family anyway. You can be absolutely certain she'll never visit your house again. I hoped we could have built better relationships between us, but not after this. This is not going to happen. You just burnt the bridge.
You better remember that too. Just keep your daughter away from my family. I'm having my husband terminate all business with your husband's company. We'll destroy you. We will put you on blacklist and ruin your reputation. Remember that. We will cut off all supplies. Even if you apologize, I'll never forgive you. Never! It's too late for regrets. I will not let you and your family ruin mine.
Hello, Sarah. Do you have a moment to talk? I would like to talk with you. Please respond. It's urgent and I need to tell you something. Very urgent. Please, I would like to talk to you whenever you are available. This is very important. Hey, thank you for responding. I heard from my husband and son about you and your family. They just told me your husband isn't a subcontractor and he's the CEO of the major corporation we do business with. The parent company and our biggest client. I feel so embarrassed. Why didn't you tell me all this time? You let me think the other way around. I had no idea. Yes, that's right. But I told you clearly that we weren't a subcontractor. You just never listened. I'm so sorry. I wish I knew. I never imagined your company was actually bigger than ours. That you were the vice president and your husband is the CEO. I didn't know. I made such terrible assumptions. That was my fault. Please forgive me. I'll make it right. Don't worry about it. What's done is done. So, does this mean you'll forgive us and we can start fresh? I can explain
everything to my social circle. Tell them it was all a misunderstanding and that we are all good. Why would you think that? I said don't worry about it because it's in the past. I never said anything about forgiveness. Just because I accept your apology doesn't mean we're going to forget how you treated us and how you acted. Our opinion hasn't changed regardless of whether you're concerned about it now. Besides, we're terminating our business relationship with your husband's company, so it doesn't matter anymore. Please, no. You can't do this. We depend on your contracts. All our suppliers depend on us. If you terminate business with us now, many employees will be left homeless. Think about their families, their children, their elderly parents, and all of their lives. We can't ruin them. Well, I don't want to talk business with you, but they are your husband's employees, aren't they? It is his company, after all. He should take care of his employees, and they are not problems to solve. He should handle it. Don't complain to me about it. I have nothing to do with your husband's employees. And please remember, you made your choice to cut off ties with us first. You were terrible toward us, and I don't wish to continue the business with you at all. But you're the vice president, right? And I heard that before your husband became CEO, it was your father-in-law's company. You must understand family business, the legacy and tradition we carry. That's correct. Then couldn't you reconsider the business relationship? I'll apologize for all the harassment towards you and my attitude towards your daughter. I'll make it up to both of you, whatever it takes. I fully support their marriage now. I know they make a wonderful couple. They are so in love with each other. They are perfect. Please reconsider terminating the business relationship. We can change. We can improve and be better partners for you all. Karen, a company our size doesn't make business decisions based on personal feelings. The termination isn't just about your attitude toward me and my daughter. The problem is that your husband was forcing subcontractors to make products at unreasonably low prices before delivering them to us. We've been investigating for months. To be honest, we don't need your company as a middleman. We're going to start manufacturing the products ourselves. That's what we used to do anyway, before your company got involved. I'm sure we'll make better products than the subcontractors with even better working conditions. We can now provide fair wages. You can't do this to us now. Besides, those subcontractors weren't even getting paid on time. We were paying substantial amounts. So where was that money going? The companies making such good products were being treated terribly. That's why we decided to deal with them directly. We can cut costs that way. We don't need to deal with small-time companies. Our name is much more well-known. And what exactly does that mean? We're far more well-known than you are, and we don't care about name recognition anyway. We'd rather properly compensate the people making good products. That's better for everyone. Better for the workers, better for quality, better for our reputation. Six months later, Karen's husband's company went bankrupt. Their son blocked his parents' contact information and now works at our company. Karen's husband declared bankruptcy, and they lived in an old apartment for a while, but Karen couldn't handle that lifestyle, so she divorced him and moved back in with her parents. If she had been following my husband, she should have noticed our lifestyle from our home, but I guess she only focused on his work clothes. She really was shallow and selfish until the end.
I'm not sure if Karen will ever truly reflect on her actions, but I think she must have some regrets. People can change at any age if they really want to. As another woman, mother, and someone of the same generation, I hope she eventually changes her way of thinking and can reconcile with her son.